Okay. Welcome to the table of unmatched Trouble and Fog. The whole concept of unmatched basically is like one-on-one or two versus two. Intense battle between characters that you already know. So in this box we have Dracula, we have Jekyll and Hyde, Invisible Man, and Sherlock Holmes. For now, I would tell you guys to pick one so that we can start the game. There are some rules that are exactly the same regardless of which character you take, and then there will be certain things that are different from character to character. So the whole point of Unmatched is that it is, as the name suggests, an unbalanced game because what you can do, he can't do, and what his character will be able to do, you won't have the same cards at all. So each character has their own special deck, which is completely different from the other person's deck. They all have different healths, different companions, different everything. This is the board that we're playing on. If you see on the board, there are different colors that are marked. So a zone in the board is any spaces that have the same color. There are certain spots that have two colors, so there are two different zones on the same spot, which is also possible. But this whole thing is one zone. So anytime in your cards it says you can attack in the same zone, it means you can attack somebody who's in the same color as you. Okay? Now to start the game, I don't need to pick a character and then go.
I'll pick Sherlock if that's okay.
So Sherlock Holmes starts with this is the standee of Sherlock, and he also has a companion which is Dr. Holmes. Sorry, Dr. Watson. And you have the health dials for both of these. You are going with Dracula. Dracula has a health of 13 to start with. Now this dial will tell you what your health is. And 3 sisters. So to start with, maybe you can place it on number 1 and you can place your character on number 2. And your companions go in any spot that has the same zone. So you can place these 3 anywhere that is the same color as that starting spot. It's same zone. Yeah, maybe here. Okay. So on your turn, there are you take 2 actions on your turn. There are 3 actions available. You can do the same action twice. You can do 2 different actions. That's entirely up to you. But there are 2 actions that you can take on your turn. The first action is called maneuver. What you would do in your maneuvering is you can draw a card and then you can move as much as your character is allowed to move. The movement range is given on your character card. So your characters can only move 2 spaces. Yours can also move 2 spaces. But this is 2 spaces of every character and not 2 total. So you can move this and that to 2 total. Okay? There's also something called as boosting a move. So each of these cards, if I was to use this as an example, has a number in the circle here. So if you have a card in your hand, you can discard it, and how many ever number of steps it tells you, that many steps you can move more. So if you discarded this, you'll be able to move 2 plus 3, 5. Okay? This movement, however, is not 3 each, it is just 3. Whatever 3 steps.
Okay. You can use one in each.
Up to you. Entirely up to you. So this is movement. The next thing you can do is scheme. Now there are certain cards which have a yellow electric symbol type of card. These are immediate actions that you can take. What you have is different from what he has, of course, but they are immediate effects. Okay? Now the last thing you can do is attack somebody. There are 2 kinds of attacks. One is called melee and one is called ranged. For you, both your Dracula and your sisters have melee attacks. For you, the Sherlock Holmes has a melee attack and Dr. Watson has a ranged attack. What melee means is that to be able to attack somebody, you have to be in the spot right next to them.
Okay.
So Sherlock can only attack this person if he's here. He can't attack it if he's here. What ranged means is that you have to be on the same color as that person, same zone basically.
Okay.
So Watson can attack this sister and this sister, but he won't be able to attack that sister or Dracula. Okay? So that is what attacking does. So when you attack, you basically say, you announce which character you are attacking from. So let's say this is here and you say this sister is attacking Sherlock, attacking Watson. You'll pick a card which is either this, which is a hybrid card, or it will be a pure attack card which is something like this. So it will be a red card or a purple card. But you'll place them face down. Then whoever is the defender can choose to defend or not. Defense is either a purple card or a blue card which has a shield symbol. So he will also play it upside down. And at the same time you both would flip. If your attack value is more, then you deal that much damage. So right now, if this was the case that was played out, it would be 5 minus 2, you would get 3 damage. But if, let's say this was...
You can do 3 damage.
Yeah, right now you would do 3 damage. But if this was the case, then there will be no damage. Regardless of whether or not the defense value is higher, you will not get any damage. Even if this says 3, you won't get damage. You will also not get damage. Okay? Each of the attack and defense cards also have effects written on them. There are 3 kinds of effects. There's immediately, that happens as soon as you reveal your card. There is a during combat effect which happens right before you decide how much damage to deal to each other. And there is an after combat effect that will happen after the damage has been dealt. If it ever happens that both of you have immediately and both of you have during combat effects, the defender's card is resolved first. Okay? So that was attacking and defending. At the end,
What do you mean by damage? Like, you can damage?
you will go down by your health.
Okay.
Your health will go down. Your game will end if your health goes to 0. Your main character's health goes to 0. So it's possible that if Watson is alive but if Holmes is dead, the game's over. Or if you run out of your cards, because you can never get the cards back into your hand at any point. So once you've discarded them or used them, that's the end of the... Sorry? You won't be able to take them back unless...
But if I have 6-7 cards, I can still attack him. Use that attack will still attack
Yeah.
I just choose to hit every time I'm alone.
Yeah. So what happens when you run out of cards is every time you need to draw another card, you will keep losing 2 health. So you will basically it's like a slow death. If you still have 5 cards, you can keep playing for as long as you basically can. But you would end up dying. Unless your health is so low that, the other person's health is so low that they manage to lose first. That is everything. Now between your characters, you have special powers. Your special power is at the start of your turn. If at any point any character is right next to Dracula, they will get -1 health. And your special power is any card that says specifically okay. So in every card it also says a name on the side. It will say any, in your case it will say Dracula or it will say sisters. In this case it will say any Sherlock Holmes or Watson. Which means that card can only be played for that person. So you can't play a defense card or Sherlock Holmes when you're trying to defend the sister. Okay? So his power is that if basically if you have a card that cancels his card's effects, but it says Watson or Holmes specifically, then the effect will not get cancelled. That's basically the entire game. You start the game by drawing 5 cards, and then you can decide whoever is the first player.
No, shuffle and take the first.
Shuffle and take the first hand.
Also, what do you think these two spaces are not adjacent? Because they never they have to have a blank.
You can never move unless there's a black hand.
And you can't have more than 7 cards in your hand at the end of it.
Yeah.
End of it.
The player will start playing if anything